Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being with us on this episode of our Take the Risk, Take the Lead series. In this series of chats, we bring you unique learning experiences shared in person by our outstanding women who have contributed significantly to the insurance industry and in business. They have inspired and shaped many lives and helped grow many careers in their role model personalities. One such outstanding lady is our guest today, Mrs. Rose Wanda. Thank you for being here. Rose is well known in the insurance space and very vocal about women empowerment. She's a seasoned insurance professional and has insurance experience spanning over 13 years in corporate and retail life management. She's currently the Secretary General and CEO of Organization of Eastern and Southern Africa Insurers, the OESAI. She's also a part-time lecturer at the College of Insurance Kenya. She currently serves as an executive council member of Insurance Institute of Kenya, where she also doubles up as the convener of the Public Relations Committee. Rose is very passionate about community service, and her recent project was launching of a porridge feeding program for over 100 boys and girls aged between 4 to 6 years in a local primary school, where she also serves as a board member. So thank you very much for being with us today, Rose.
Thank you so much, Santi, for having me on board. I'm really excited and can't wait to have this conversation with you.
Great. So let's get started. So I'm sure you have a lot to share with us today. Basically, we have three main questions for you. For the first one, we want to know what are the risks that you have taken or the chances of turning your life around? So basically, if you can share with us about your personal or professional risks that you had to take and how it changed your life.
Thank you. I could start from personal in respect to it's both personal and professional. I remember in the year 2020, the Insurance Institute of Kenya were holding their elections for the executive council members. And somebody asked me, Rose, why don't you try and vie for this position? And I was like, I don't think I'm really fit for this. But the person told me, just try, give it a try. So I went out, I did posters. I did a full campaign. So it was in campus. I was a student leader. So I entire campaigning system, how to go about it. So there I went, and within a few weeks, it was just a week or so of campaigning, we had the elections, and I won. And for me, that was a game changer because that one particular action impacted me significantly in terms of my career. I can say because of the activities that I was doing at the Insurance Institute of Kenya, then I also had an upper hand now when it came to even applying for this particular job that I currently hold, because I at least had an idea of what to expect. But the other risk, again, that I took at that point, when I saw the OESAI job being advertised, I applied for it just like anybody else because I felt that I was very qualified for it. But when I got the offer letter, let me tell you something. For 1 week, I did not immediately accepted the offer, but I did not resign for a week. I was still in shock. It was unbelievable. And secondly, now fear started creeping in, the reality. I remember asking my friends, do you really think I can do this job? So I really got scared. I got scared. Why? I was leaving a permanent, what we call here in Kenya, permanent and pensionable job, a job that you can hold forever until you retire in old age, for a contractual job. And at that particular point, I remember my husband had lost his job the prior year in 2020. So I was also the breadwinner. So, and we have two small kids who had just enrolled. Our firstborn had just enrolled into grade 1, and the other one was in kindergarten. And so here I was accepting a job that is on contract. That is, contractual jobs are not really kind of very popular here in Kenya. For me, that was the biggest risks that I took. Just saying that, you know what, Rose, we are leaving the comfort zone. Whatever happens, let it be. And here I am, no regrets.
Wow, that's super brave of you. I don't think I would have done
It
that.
was.
Wow, okay, that must be a real game changer for you as well. And to, with all the obstacles in place, you still took on this role. So kudos to you.
So something I also wanted to add on, one of the other risks that I really consider a huge risk that I took, and that was in respect now to my own personal life, where immediately after I got the job at OESAI, I decided to let go of my house girl. In Kenya, we call them house girl. In other countries, it could be a nanny or a domestic manager. I had stayed with this lady for 7 years. My second born has only known this particular girl, but I felt like our relationship was not working. So I had to let her go. And you can imagine I had just begun a new job. I had also moved houses. I was on the other end of Nairobi from the office. And for us here, we really depend on these ladies, especially as women, for us to be able to, work comfortably and peacefully. But I took that risk and I let her go off, and here I was with a new job. And again, at this point, I'm saying that was a very good decision that I made.
Well, that must have been really tough for you to manage both your work and the domestic home life as well, because we had your hands full, I believe. And
Yes, it was.
yeah, so kudos to you to manage everything. And as women, right, we do have to manage all of it. So,
Exactly.
yes. So, if you look back, what is the risk you feel that you would have liked to have taken, but you could not have or did not do it?
Um, I remember many years ago when I used to work at Jubilee Insurance, who is my former immediate employer. I have always been an operations person, meaning that we are the people who do the actual work at the desk. So the marketer will go out there and market, and we are the ones who process. And I remember my general manager then asking me if I could consider joining the business development team. And I told him outrightly no. For me, when I thought about business development and marketing, what came to my mind was, like begging people to buy a product. And I did not think I had the heart to do so. But he kept on telling me that, Rose, business development is all about client relationship management. And I think you're really good at that. So you should consider it. And I think now when I look back at it, everything about life, everything we do is all about business development. And I think I should have taken that risk that time, because I see most of my friends who took that route were able to rise up the ladder quite fast. And I had the skills. So I don't know why I was even afraid of going for it.
Nevertheless, you did really well now, so that all counts.
Yes, it does.
So, in a last note of wisdom, what risks do you think should young women coming into insurance or the workforce take?
So for me, what I would advise the young ladies joining the insurance industry is to go for it. Let us not be comfortable, the comfort zone. I know what happens to most ladies, especially when they decide to start their families, is we sort of tend to put our kids at the forefront. So if your job allows you to go home at 5 p.m., come in at 9 a.m., and you're able to pay your bills, we tend to be really comfortable with that. And what happens is that years move on, and younger generation comes in, and we sort of become, irrelevant in the whole cycle. So we need to be ready to go for it, have a good support system around us. The support system could be your husband, it could be your mother, it could be a house girl or a sister, but have a good support system that will be there for you as you walk the journey. Then it is important to look for a mentor, someone who has walked that journey. And that would mean that for young ladies, then preference would be a female mentor, because this lady already has undergone the process and they know what it takes, what are the challenges that you're facing. But my advice to the ladies, please do not be comfortable. Be eager to grow.
That's simply great advice, Rose, because especially about the mentors, and I personally had a great mentor myself, so I can be a testament to that as well. So thank you so much for your time and your insights, Rose. And together, we also like to thank our audience today and look forward to your comments. And we'll see you next week with another episode of Take the Risk, Take the Lead series. Thank you.